Hello, Gemini. What is going on? Welcome to another reading. I hope everyone is doing well and feeling well. So this reading may resonate if you or your person have a Gemini sun, moon, rising Venus, or any other major Gemini placements. Please remember though that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And also feel free to swap the roles if it makes sense. I could be talking about you or your person because I'm simply reading energies. And lastly, Gemini, if I genuinely feel that it will be insightful to do an extended reading based on what we see here, then you'll be able to find the link for that in the description box below, but we'll talk more about that later on. So let's draw the overall theme and energy with some oracle cards, as I'm doing right now, and then we'll be diving deep with tarot. All right, Gemini, so let's get into this. So the overall theme and energy that we do have is catalyst, but in the reverse. Okay, so the upright version, we have radical changes and taking control. But when this is in the reverse, this is about internal change. Okay, and there's a need to discard bad habits, negative thought processes, faulty belief systems that have held one back instead of being supportive towards, future growth is what I'm getting. And I feel like it's the only way to really advance here. There's some sort of change that is required. There's a desperate need for change. There is stagnation here. Okay. So let's get into the past here. Now, for some of you, just for some of you, this may be the current energies that you are dealing with. Now, if that's not the case, then this may be the recent past or the more distant past. So with the Queen in the reverse, this is about sacrifice, but sacrifice being made without any sort of gain in return. And it may feel like things did not turn out as intended. Okay, there may be a reassessment in the approach, or just trying to accept that sometimes there's no, equivalent exchange. But there were definitely sacrifices that were made here. And I want to see what this is all about, because this is the Queen in the reverse, upright, determination, sacrifice. But in the reverse, it still does indicate sacrifice, but it's like efforts weren't being matched here, or there was some sort of unequal playing field. So let's see what this is all about. And I feel like this very much plays into that need for change, the stagnation, Gemini. 10 of Swords in the reverse. So this is big. This is big. It may have felt as though there was a situation that was inevitable, yet there was this opportunity to heal something here. There may have been an attempt to heal something, or the desire to. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. It's like feeling as though something is hanging from a thread. We're getting a lot of reversals, but this is not surprising me because, as I said, there's a lot of blocked energy here, and that is totally okay. I do feel that the energy is going to be opening up and becoming, we'll say, more positive, more auspicious here, coming into the more like current energies and towards the incoming energies. So I'm not concerned, but even 2 of Wands in the reverse here, this is telling me that there was a lack of planning. Someone may have had their foot one foot in, 1 foot out. Someone may have not been able to make a decision. It may have felt like there was a situation that was really just hanging by a thread and an opportunity to really heal something. But with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, this is telling me that there may have been some sort of external situation that occurred, or some sort of situation that felt unfavorable. It's like there was an opportunity, someone's hanging on here, but something took a turn. And the Four of Pentacles in the reverse is indicating the sense of letting go. Was there a situation here where you felt like you had to let go, or someone felt like they just had to let go, stop holding on, stop trying to control or direct, feeling like something was inevitable? I feel like it's just someone's efforts weren't being matched, or there were sacrifices being made here, and someone was not seeing that matched, is what I'm getting. Now, if we get into the current situation, we have the pathless, difficult decisions, lack of direction. So if the energies that I described here were the more current energies for you, then this is indicating that you will soon be transitioning out of this energy into the more current energies, because remember, time is fluid. We're all on different timelines, okay? But with the pathless here, there's a sense of walking in circles, feeling lost. There's a sense of hesitating on too many decisions while maybe even rushing into others. Now remember, this could be describing the overall situation between you and the person that you're connecting with, or this could just be you, maybe just your person. But there's a situation here that is a product of indecision and misdirection. And I'm also sensing that someone may be even lacking confidence in themselves, but this is also a warning to be careful of where you place your trust, because there could be a lack of confidence, but also, trusting in others who may misguide. I do feel like someone was trusting another and there was some sort of deception, and we'll get into that in a moment of why I'm getting this. But it has to do with all of these cards showing up together here. And I want to know more specifically about this situation. So there may be a difficult decision that needs to be made. But there's a lack of direction, going around in circles. I do feel overall you're remaining positive here. We'll get into your energy in a moment, but it's quite positive. The Tower in the reverse, the Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Tell me more about this Queen of Swords in the reverse. Ten of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this may be about going back and forth on something, trying to make a decision, managing something, juggling things. Someone could even have a lot going on. This may have to do with a work situation, or there may be something here related to work, career, or day-to-day. Okay, I do feel, and by the way, we do have Sagittarius energy here as well as Scorpio energy. But I feel with the Tower in the reverse, there may be some sort of structure that needs to fall down, that may need to come down in order to move forward so that this change can happen. This may be about confronting something, possibly. But ultimately, there is no shakeup here. There is no, Tower moment. And for some of you, that may be a relief to hear. But for others of you, you really need to ask yourself if something does need to fall to the ground so that it can be rebuilt better. The Nine of Pentacles is showing me that there is this sense of someone being in their comfort zone. Now, there may be someone here who is very focused on themselves, their career, their own independence, stability. And the Queen of Swords in the reverse, though, can also indicate someone who is so caught up, especially with the Nine of Pentacles here, so caught up possibly in their work or what it is that they're doing. The Queen of Swords in the reverse can be an isolating energy. And the Ten of Pentacles does talk about one's long-term, one's future, one's legacy. But it's also who we build with, where we place our energy for the long-term investments, family, business. But it's almost like someone who is trying to really build something for themselves so that they can have a good future, or to reach some sort of achievement for themselves in their in the future. But there's some sort of difficult decision and even a lack of direction, as I've said before. And there could be going back and forth. There could be even this sense that it's like things are okay, but in order to get to this Ten of Pentacles, adjustments need to be made. There may be something here that needs to be cut out. Tell me here about the Tower in the reverse. I feel like there's someone here who may not necessarily want to face something. The Two of Wands in the reverse here, again, this 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Possibly feeling a bit afraid to take a step forward here, not wanting a Tower moment. Let's get some more. What's the Sign of Pentacles? Two of Pentacles in the reverse. I see. The Moon in the reverse, and I'm drawing a lot of cards here, but this is all fitting into, okay, so I feel, yeah, there's someone here who may be a bit in their comfort zone. They may be thinking as though they're doing what is best, but there's overall this sense of mismanagement. There could be someone here who is taking on a bit too much on their plate. Okay, I feel like there's someone here who's really like glued to something. It could be a routine. It could be just their way of doing things. It's a harsh energy though. But I feel like the bigger picture here has a lot to do with some sort of decision that needs to be made, and even potential fears or staying in one's comfort zone and ultimately mismanaging it because someone is afraid of some sort of Tower moment. I do feel that there may even be some sort of situation here because, like I said, your person, they are showing up as the Enchanter in the reverse. In upright, this is deception and trickery. In the reverse, this is about something being revealed so the connection can be repaired. So there might be some sort of information here that is revealed about some sort of deception. I feel like this may be what someone wants to do, but there are also fears of this. And this may have to do with the past and why past efforts were not being met, why there were all these sacrifices with no return. But this does have to do with some sort of opening up, some sort of emotional release, some sort of revealing, bringing in clarity, possibly about a Taurus or a Libra, about a mother figure, or just about this Empress. This could have to do with long-term plans as well. But I feel like there's someone here who has their own way of doing things and going about things. But again, this main card that we talked about, there's the sense of walking in circles, feeling lost. And there could have been someone here who rushed into too many decisions while avoiding others. So I'm sensing that ultimately with the Tower in the reverse and the Two of Wands in the reverse, any sort of progress is at a halt, Gemini. And also beware of unsolicited advice or messages, because you know yourself best. This could be a message for your person as well. There could be unsolicited messages. But overall, this card here, the Pathless, it does suggest the need to take a step back and consider some sort of new direction. But even if that new direction is chosen, it doesn't mean it's going to work out. Okay, what this means is figure out what works, let go of what doesn't. Don't keep stubbornly moving forward if it's not getting you anywhere. Okay, now before I get into your person here, I do want to talk about the block. Okay, because for the block challenge issue, we did pull the captain, taking command and teamwork. And I feel like this is very important to address because, well, the issue revolves around teamwork and how someone may or may not be stepping up to the plate. Okay. Now, alternatively, this may involve another person who is interrupting the flow between you two, but I don't feel like this is romantic or intentional. This could be a boss or some sort of work situation, but there's definitely a vibe here about doing things alone versus doing things together or as a team, and knowing what value each person brings. But there's a need. I feel like, yeah, there's disruption of communication or clashing. There's some sort of energy that's disruptive here, either between you two or something external. Let's see what this is. 3 of Pentacles. This is if you know tarot, this is the vibe. So this could definitely be a work situation here, or plans. 8 of Cups, something related to walking away from a connection. 5 of Swords. So this may be about collaborative efforts. If, you know, this is a general reading, so we're going to keep it as working together to really, I feel, walk away from something, leave something behind in some way. This may be a third party, but it doesn't need to be. It's whatever this interruptive influence is. And there may have been a sense of loss and betrayal that occurred here. For some of you, there may have even been a situation here where, you know, you had been talking with this person, working, planning things with this person, and then they kind of just bailed out or they walked away, kind of decided to do things on their own, and there was a sense of loss, betrayal, feeling at odds. Because again, this is about working through things together as a team. And I just don't feel like that's what happened here. So tell me more about the Enchanter in the reverse. The World. So this person wants to close out a cycle here, but they're very much in their head. There's a sense of completion. 8 of Swords, the Hierophant. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Let's see where you're at, because let's see how these energies come together, Gemini. 3 of Swords. Ace of Wands. 7 of Swords in the reverse. What's this Ace of Wands in reverse? Okay, so as I said, with the Enchanter in the reverse, there was some sort of deception that occurred here. And now there's an opportunity to repair the connection after this deception comes to light, whether it was intentional or not intentional. Okay. You or someone you know may have, like I said, had deceit come to light, and there could have been a loss of trust. Now, maybe it could have happened on anyone's end. Take what resonates here. But what I'm saying is that something was revealed here, and now this person, they're desiring to repair this connection. And there's an opportunity to work through this. Now, with the world, this is very much supportive of this energy because it does indicate closing out a chapter, coming full circle, some sort of achievement. But this person is very much in their head about a lot. There may be some negative self-talk, and an inability to really take the blindfold off and see things for how they are, because this person is kind of tormenting themselves within their headspace, or maybe even trauma coming up for this person. And this may have to do with commitment, a commitment to something. Tell me more about the Hierophant. And if it's not commitment, then this may have to do with what's conventional, values, belief systems, tradition, doing the right thing. This alternatively could have to do with organizations. Four of Swords. What's this Ace of Pentacles? What's the World here? So yeah, this is also Cancer energy, the Chariot. We have Taurus energy as well as the fixed signs, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus. But I do feel like there's some sort of anxiety about some sort of cycle being closed out and commitment, doing the right thing. There may be a sense of retreat, or someone possibly knowing that the right thing to do. It's almost like revealing deception here, revealing the truth, or something was revealed. Trying to figure out what to do, but ultimately this person wanting to close out the cycle, wanting to rekindle things, wanting to bring in this sense of renewal, but it's also causing them a lot of mental conflict. And this may have to do with values and beliefs, or what they feel is right. This person may feel like they need to think about some particular things here. This person may feel like there's a missed opportunity, or that there may be some sort of loss related to their career, their stability, family life even, business, something day-to-day, but this overall has to do with security and stability. Someone who shows up. Maybe this is you. Now you are showing up as the musician, inspiration, and gratitude. And I love this energy because it shows optimism after struggle. Okay, you are in alignment with yourself, or you will be soon. And there is achievement here in some way, shape, or form, and the opportunity to inspire those around you. And I do feel, Gemini, that you are someone who has been through a lot, okay? Your patience may have been tested a lot in life. You may just have been through a lot here. And I feel that you are a very hard worker, and what you have, you've worked hard for. That is yours. And you continue to hold this sense of gratitude and appreciation, which continues to bring you, auspicious opportunities, good fortunes, okay? Because you are in this high vibration. So continue to do that. Continue to do that. But I also feel like you are in a unique position to be some sort of inspiration for others who may be facing darker periods of their life. And this may be the case. So for some of you, it may be the person that you're connecting with, that this, this person has been dealing with something here, but ultimately you may be finding at this time that, you're surrounded by a lot of people who are wanting to confide in you. You may feel that a lot of people are going through a lot of things, and they may be reaching out to you at this time. So with that being said, remember to practice healthy boundaries here, okay? Because that's very, very, very important. But also with these cards, Gemini, whoops, hold on. Sorry about that. With these cards, there is a sense of sadness and heartbreak here. But I do feel that you are remaining positive in some way, shape, or form. Now, with the Ace of Wands in the reverse and the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, this very much goes back to sacrifices that were made here, as well as the sense of directionless energy. And now I'm not saying that this is you, but what I am saying is I feel like this may be your response. There's a sense of heartbreak. You're remaining optimistic, but the Ace of Wands in reverse with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, you may be wondering if there's truly this ability to even have that equal give and take with this person. Now, something may be revealed about a Leo here, but that's not necessary. Now, watch out for self-deception here, thinking that everything's just great and all rainbows and beautiful in this person's life. Like, you may be, don't jump to conclusions about that this is exactly how they want things to go, or this or that, or whatever it may be. Why the Three of Swords here for Gemini? I feel like this is how you have been choosing to cope with some sort of lack of change, or just, it may not even be coping, but, for many of you, you may just be going with it, accepting it for what it is. Queen of Wands. The Lovers in the reverse. So, this kind of matches your energy here. But, you may have fire in your chart. Maybe your person does, but that's not necessary. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have the Gemini card of the Lovers in the reverse. But for some of you, you may be feeling like you need to step in your power here and really disconnect from what is no longer in alignment with you. So if there was some sort of deception that was revealed here, I feel like this person wants to put an end to it. There may be a sense of like a retreat or a timeout here, but I don't feel like this person wants to let things go. With the Seven of Wands, you may be feeling like you need to stand your ground on a matter, or you are, standing your ground, possibly defending something here. I do feel like you're very much empowering yourself in the best way possible here, despite what is coming up for you. I feel like, as I said, there's this lack of change, this lack of direction, and I feel like you are starting to detach, or at least you're moving into this more logical headspace of, I need to do what's good for myself. Despite my feelings, despite the heartbreak, despite XYZ, whatever it may be, I need to do what's best for me. And I feel like you're really, really getting into alignment with not only just it's not like you're like telling yourself that, just telling yourself that. It's that you're starting to genuinely, authentically feel it. And that's a beautiful thing. So you may find out about some sort of deception here. And you may be choosing or feeling that it's best to separate, to walk away. You may feel like there's no opportunity for equal give and take, or you are not going to be giving that to this person. Now, it doesn't mean that you haven't been there for this person. I feel like if you've been there for this person through the dark times, you've done it out of your own heart, not to get something in return. However, there are still a lot of sacrifices that you may have made here, your time, your energy, and so forth. That's what I'm getting. Now, with the incoming or future energy here with the founder, foundations, and community, this is beautiful energy, okay? This card is about community and underlying supportive foundations. So there may be someone, again, who may be asking for your help. I have to put that out there because this does align with the meaning of this card. So, I mean, yes, it could be someone who's coming back in, but also there could be a supportive community around you at this time, which you may find a lot of value in, you know, friends, family, and so forth. But I do feel like if you've been helping this person navigate a lot, if you've been there for them, I feel like you are really, really realizing your value here, setting boundaries, and you may have given way too much to this person in some way, shape, or form. Because yes, they may be going through something, but it may not be fair to you in some way, shape, or form. It may not be healthy. But this card, it does talk about the opportunity and the ability, really, to address any unresolved feelings so foundations can be strengthened or built. So what I'm really getting here based on these energies is that still, despite a potential timeout here, despite separation or you stepping into this energy, and maybe it's not separation, but what I can tell you is that you are really realizing what is no longer in alignment with you. Okay. And it doesn't mean you're taking action. Remember, free will is at play here. But I do see this as your energy. And so if this is your energy, you may be considering walking away here. But maybe you aren't. Maybe you are. Either way, there's some opportunity here to come together. The Hermit in the reverse, Justice in the reverse. Okay, what are all of these? Tell me more about this. Six of Cups in the reverse. And what is this? What is this Founders Community? What is this? King of Swords. Okay. Page of Cups in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. I mean, there may be an air sign or a earth sign here, but that's not necessary. You have Virgo, Libra as well. I do feel like there is going to be a lot of deep diving, soul searching related to matters of the past. There may be someone here who's a bit stuck in the past, stuck on possibly this injustice. But I feel like this will also allow someone to face whatever this is. Okay, and with this community, I mean, maybe you're talking with your friends, your family about it and so forth. But I'm also sensing that this may be you and this person having some sort of discussion that's really taking apart the past. Because the Nine of Swords in reverse is telling me that something is being faced here. I do feel like there may have been a lot of patience and commitment and a lot of results of the Seven Pentacles in reverse that we're not seeing here despite efforts related to a fire sign or someone who is not stepping into their power. And the King of Wands in the reverse can go one of two ways. Sure, there's more meanings to this, but usually in a general reading, it's either someone who is not able to effectively stand in their power, step into their power, or this is someone who was misusing their power, may have been arrogant, may have been even a little bit narcissistic, may have been dealing with even anger issues, argumentative, verbally explosive, things like that. It could be really anything. Someone abusing their power or not stepping into their power and empowering themselves. So with the King of Swords, though, there is some sort of conversation here, or at least the ability to look at something with logic, being a bit impartial here, removing emotions. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse, there could be questions of loyalty here or some procrastination in dealing with the matter at hand. But ultimately, there is some sort of discussion that I feel is occurring. I'm just not quite sure if a resolution will be reached. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means that this may be playing out in more than one conversation. Because again, I do feel like the person that you're dealing with, they are focused in healing a connection after some sort of deception or trickery, regardless of who brought that energy in to begin with. And I do feel like you are the one responding to that, though, because there is a sense of heartbreak, but, you may be feeling like you're still in your power overall. So that's the important thing here. Now it's about addressing these unresolved issues. And it may take some time. For some of you, if there was some sort of third-party involvement here, I'm just putting it out there, and this is not like a romantic thing or something like that. It may be, if it's like a friend group or whatever, like, you know what I mean. It may be about coming together to address this, whatever this situation is, or this could be an external situation that you two are navigating through. But that's what I'm really, really seeing here. That's what I'm really seeing. So let's pull some advice for you, okay? And by the way, if you'd like to join me over at the Extended, feel free to join me over there. The link for that is in the description box below, and we'll explore all sorts of things, including, feelings, intentions, actions, what you may not know about this person or situation that you should know, guidance, advice, timing, all sorts of things. So if you'd like to join me over there, the link for that is below. And as always, I remind you all that my readings, the extended readings, can be anywhere from 20 minutes to over 1 hour. It really depends on what we unpack, but I never leave you guys hanging. But yeah, I hope to see you over there. If not, then I hope that this reading was helpful to you. The Brawler. Oh my gosh. So I am not familiar with this card, so we are going to be reading this out of the guidebook. So it says, you won't be able to move forward until a current conflict is resolved. Whether you're in the right or not, take a moment to step back and consider things from an alternative point of view. Entering a situation with your fists raised won't resolve things. Exercise a little empathy and plan out a way to address the matters on neutral ground. Accept this chance to improve yourself without carrying forward any malice towards others. So that's what we got for the overall advice. But if you'd like to dive deeper into this, again, feel free to join me over at the Extended. I do feel like we'll be able to dive pretty deep there because I do want to dive deeper into this person's energy and see what is really going on with all of this, especially with this exposure of deception or whatever was revealed here, because I do feel like that may provide some additional clarity and insight into what this is all about. But yeah, if this resonated for you, please let me know below. Please drop me a comment, give the video a thumbs up. But I do read all my comments and I would love to hear from you and how this is playing out for you. Let me know your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or any of your other major placements, or even the person that you are connecting with, because I'd love to know which part of the Gemini collective I'm connecting with. But yeah, that's what I have for you for now. Thank you so much. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye. I know I need to face this, but I don't know how. But pay attention to any sort of battles or tension here, because this may definitely reveal some person could be taking their chances, really pushing it. A sense of making something up to someone, but it may kind of be left. You are going to have to remove your emotions from the equation and make some logical, clear judgments here.